Greetings everybody, Sive here with ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's take a look what's going on in the gold market. So in the last couple of sessions we said that despite market is showing some signs of the stabilization and we see even some bullish patterns, although they are under question, they are not 100% reliable. As we talked about, we still said that, well, it seems that, well, something is lacking. So it seems that context is not sufficient for making decision on the immediate entry. And everything goes in the way that, well, it seems that at least another leg down might be formed in the current circumstances. So that has made us be not too inspired with immediate taking a long position. In fact, if we wouldn't take into consideration this directional pattern, which is a bullish potential, it's a bullish grabber, overall trend remains bearish on the daily chart. We have a significant drop here. Market taken out of these lows, which means that we've got on the intraday charts bearish reversal candle, bearish reversal swing. Here's overall momentum stance not really weak, so it's, well, more or less significant. And market is not at the result right now, so potentially it could actually extend this downward action. At the same time, we're not too worried about this because we know that we have this bullish pattern on weekly chart, which is a bullish grabber. That suggests taking out of the top, and we consider any opportunity when the market goes lower as a chance to take the position at a better price and be possessed for a possible retaking of the top. We do not expect that this will be long-term standing above the top or a constant move to the new targets, new top, but most probable that moving above the top will be short-term by many technical reasons. But anyway, we have the target and we have the direction, and that makes overall decision making a bit more simple than usual. So on the 4 time frame chart, what we have here is actually the reasons. And now you could see the first fruits of the things that we mentioned in the previous updates. As I said, reversal swing here, minor pullback, and despite that market has completed harmonic swing, the drop was relatively fast. Now let's take a look that market here is forming minor grabber that's just taken out of this top. As a result, I wouldn't be surprised, for example, if we again here the kind of the butterfly that theoretically might be maybe also be supported by the payrolls report numbers if it will make any impact on the gold performance or something like this. This is easily might happen. That market in some way could take it out of these lows. Maybe it will be not 1618, or maybe it will be a bit small butterfly, but anyway, here are chances on taking out of these lows exist. So on the hourly chart, on 30-minute chart, we also mentioned this sideways action. We said that it's not normal for a bullish market. This market just reached minor COP target of this ABCD, then turns flat, and it stands longer than the overall ABCD pattern together. All candles in this pattern. This is definitely not the bullish sign. Now you can see with this recent drop, market even has erased this initial ABCD because here's we've got another bearish swing. So you can see market drop below the lows of the C points. So also not good. But still, we also talked about the possible position taken with the grabber. We said still, if you would like to, you could try to do this. Just trying to do this as close to the bottom of the grabber on the daily chart as possible. That lets you to minimize the potential risk because the overall trading setup is not superb. It's not 100% reliable. And our task here is to minimize potential risk. So if you have taken position somewhere in this area, on this retracement, that's great. So you could move stops to the break even and see what will happen. What will happen on the release of the payrolls. At the same time, in the current circumstances, based on the picture that I see, this market now is standing in another trading range, so it was dropped out of this consolidation. Now it stands in this consolidation. And based on the patterns with the grabbers here and overall performance, personally, well, if you're conservative enough, it makes sense to wait, not actually trying to take the position when you do not have any clarity. Besides, today is Friday and we're coming to the weekend where lots of different events might happen, and well, it's also will be additional risk to hold positions for the weekend. In fact, you could see that I just will take it for a moment. In fact, you can see that market actually is forming the triangle, guys. And triangle in the current circumstances after the drop and especially when you consider it as a potentially bullish retracement, triangle in the current circumstances, it's not the best pattern to get. Usually when the market shows retracements, it reverses in the direction of the trend relatively fast, and usually it's forming on the bottom some clear reversal patterns. But when it drops to the support, although you suggest that market is bullish, and then it stands flat upon the support, forming continuation pattern, this is not a good sign. That's actually what I talked about previously and talk about right now. Well, if I wouldn't consider daily grabber, I wouldn't take long positions right now. Only if you have some thoughts about the payrolls numbers and you think that this grabber might work, you could try to take it. But in general, taking it all together, whole picture, it doesn't look very attractive for immediate long position taking. It seems that market could show some downside continuation.